sir.
What's up, man?
Captain Zach. How are you, brother?
Captain Zach.
Dude, we got some memories out on the water.
We got some memories, man.
Remember you made my buddy Justin eat a fish eye? He's still okay. He survived that.
He ate a fish eye.
Yeah.
I can't believe that I convinced people to do that.
You're a very convincing individual. You convinced me to be here. So well done.
I still can't believe, like that's a thing. I'm like, I don't know. It's like everybody got a different story. I'm like, oh yeah, like when I went to like Tahiti and like did like an acid trip or whatever. Like this is what they did to like acquire great, whatever. And somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat that fish eye.
Like Nacho Libre eating an eagle egg. You gotta do it,
dude. I have, man, the fish eye. That's just a mean thing to make people do. I feel really bad about that part of my life.
No, don't apologize. It's awesome. There's something primal about being a man out in 30 miles deep water.
And I always have like a profound respect for everybody that's like, yeah, I'm eating that fish eye, dude.
That's right.
I'm coming out of the other side of that like better.
Well, it's a story you'll have for the rest of your life.
Yeah. There was one guy that actually, it went viral on the Reaper page. It was like a grouper. It was like his birthday. It was like his 65th birthday or something. And he was an old Cuban guy, just cool dude. And they caught a honking black grouper.
Nice.
And we were at the table, we're cutting the thing out. And we like said, yeah, man, like fish eye, whatever. It's like, it'll give you like powers in bed or whatever. And whatever dumb stuff we'd come up with. And so he eats the eye and just, dude, like stone face, like not even sweat. Like, you would just like, he put that thing in and just like, he took that bite and you felt, and we're all like, oh, but he was like, not even phased. Like if you could put the like what's the meme with the like Snoop Dogg and the like the weed in the mouth and thing, like that would be,
that man's done some things.
He's seen some stuff. That's
right.
Dude.
I've always considered, out there fishing, you see the sharks, sadly. I attract every shark every time I go. If you were to jump onto the shark, right? 9 times out of 10, I think that shark's going to be blown away, swim away. You'll be able to get back on the boat. You'll be fine, but you will die a legend.
If you could jump on a shark, like this guy's wrangling this gator, like this is not real Florida. Just so everybody knows, this is what we call a fantasy. This is not real. I've never seen any cowboy ever get on top of an alligator with a lasso. That's not real. That guy would have, if it was real, that guy would have flip-flops on.
I would rather jump on a shark in the middle of the ocean than go on a gator.
100%. So not to change, but dude, I had a full-on debate in the firehouse about alligators. There's a dude from up north, and he worked at Kissimmee, and he could not grasp. He thought like alligators straight line. This is probably wrong, but alligators straight line run like 18, 20 miles an hour. They're very like when they get up and go. And he could not grasp. He's like, I can outrun an alligator. And the debate was like, dude, if an alligator ran straight at you and you weren't juking and jiving or whatever, that jit would catch you.
No, they're top of the food chain.
And you would get eaten. That's a dinosaur, dude. Listen, he's been around for a very long time.
Everybody's tough till you get next to one. And we've had a 9-foot we have an acre-sized lake. And I thought I was tough. And I went up to this 9-foot gator that's on the bank. Bro, heart's pounding. Like it is, you get checked real quick. You're looking at
prehistoric, like just like hundreds of thousands of years of evolution. You're looking at that thing, dude. That's a dinosaur looking back at you. And that thing is he's gonna eat. He's gonna do something. If like I see those guys on video where they boop, like boop, they do that stuff. I'm like, that thing would mess you the F up if got a hold of you. And then it grabs you and it pulls you. And it's like the worst way to die ever. Anything that's ever been eaten by an alligator.
It's the tearing that scares you. That's a doctor's nightmare.
If you survive that thing, like who's that guy did you ever see that video of that guy that like punched that alligator in the face when he got his dog? It's like a kangaroo, but the Florida version.
I would do that for my dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you're going to lay it down.
100%.
You're going to lay it down. But he got it, but it was like some weird, sorry, old people. It was like an old person dog, the one that you put like the shopping cart at Target, a Pomeranian or whatever.
Let that dog go.
Yeah, dude, he's going to heaven. He's going to the rainbow. Mm-hmm. He's going to the other side of the rainbow road. If that's my dog, I'm sorry. Because that gator got on, and that man got into the gator's world. He got into the water and ripped the freaking dog out of the gator's mouth. And I'm like, damn, son.
No, there's a line in the book which every Florida man should read, A Land Remembered.
Yes.
By Patrick Smith. I love the audiobooks. I'm an audiobook guy.
Yep.
A Land Remembered, highly recommend. You're going to love it. And they say in there, if you leave your sliding glass or your door open with water in your bathtub in Florida, there will be a gator in there. I believe it.
I believe it too. I believe it too. Especially if you live in a place like Vieira where it's literally a swamp, man.
100%.
Where we're standing at right now, people do not understand. Like I was just talking about this before we got on. It's like, dude, I'm nothing against New York or California or Saskatchewan, wherever you come from. That's fine.
Right.
But like, you have to understand where you're at. You're living in a swamp, man.
Yeah,
this was
100%.
just water and muck and mosquitoes as big as us and just animals, and like that's where we live, dude. And these people, yes, these people, these animals, these things have not forgotten. Mm-mm. Like that big old moccasin just probably hanging out under your sprinkler door. Like that thing has not forgotten how to hurt you.
Well, my son, I got a 14-year-old son, and he fishes. He's bass fish crazy.
He's
in the lakes. And he's like, Dad, I'll see the gator. And I said, son, it's not you that gator's coming after. It's that fish you're reeling in. And that gator senses the vibrations of that fish being pulled in, and it's going to follow that fish right up. And that's where kids get bit.
Dude. It's crazy, man. Like you're like I never understood how people can't comprehend like the Disney. You remember the Disney kid that got eaten or whatever? That's a terrible thing to happen. Terrible thing. But it's like, why are you swimming in any pond in Florida? Like any pond in Florida, especially in a place where these animals have been like kind of pigeonholed. Like their space is getting so limited. So now they're just there. And
on the Disney, I have a confession to make, bro.
Okay.
I messed up.
What'd you do? You didn't renew your passes?
Yeah, this is my confessional, Florida man confessional.
Okay.
Our mutual friends, Kevin and Brett.
Yep.
We went to the Grand Floridian.
Okay.
Highly recommend this place.
Super
One of the
nice.
most beautiful 5 stars. We're checking in. Guy on the golf cart's giving us the tour around, and I decided to make an off-color dad joke.
Can you share it?
Yeah.
Okay, share.
I will say this.
I'm in.
Confession. So we're driving around. He's on the beach. He's taking us to our room. He's got the baggage, and he's telling all about the history and everything. And I regretfully, this one haunts me, Zach.
Okay.
I asked the question, when is the gator feeding? Bro, I got the stink eye. I still catch crap for that. This is like 7 years ago. Like the women, my wife, her friend Brittany,
mortified,
even Kevin, and then the guy driving the golf cart is like a 50-year, Disney employee. He's like, he looked back, sir, we do not joke about that. Oh my god! And you know how like when you say something dumb, you get that wave of warmth.
Oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
And I was hot. I'm like, why did I say that? Because there's 2 things in this life you can't get back: words and bullets. And once they're fired, they're fired.
That's right.
Like you have to deal with the repercussions. That one still haunts me.
That's where the terminology FAFO comes from. Yeah. F around and find out. That's what happens when you say words like that.
Correct.
Sometimes you catch bullets.
And it's sad. Like I did research. Like I felt so convicted. I did research. Like I had a moment of silence. I felt bad for the kid.
Dude, I don't mean
it's
to
terrible.
laugh,
but dude, Disney, they went and slaughtered everything.
Yeah, that's kind of the fallout, right? And that's really, man, what happened is a terrible thing.
100%.
It's a terrible thing. We can all agree on that. But the fallout and the repercussion, it's just like very similar to what recently happened in our area with the crocodile who got the dog, right? Yeah. And then it's like
golden retriever.
Yeah, it was Goldie.
I had so many people send me that.
Dude.
I know you're a golden guy. I love my golden.
I'm a golden guy. You're a golden guy. It's sad, man. It's really sad. But, that happens. And then the visceral response is like, all right, we need to eliminate. Dude, people feed that crocodile.
100%.
People feed it. Yeah. They give it bologna and all kinds of crap, and they go, "That's that's our pet. That's our satellite beach pet." I've seen videos. I've seen people that live there, and that, oh yeah, look at big adorable Chuck. They give it a name. Right. That's a freaking dinosaur, dude.
Don't name that dinosaur.
Have you ever seen Jurassic Park where that dino steps on the thing and woo? That's what that is. That's what that 100%. Came from. That thing will eat your face. It will eat your dog. It will eat your house, and then it will ask for seconds, and then it'll go and eat the next one. And that is, people don't understand, dude. Like, like the have you heard Tyler Childers' new album, The Biting List?
Oh yeah,
Biting List song. People that feed manatees, they're on my biting list, dude. Like the old people that are like,
I think manatees, they gotta go. They make great boat ramps. Okay, not a fan of the sea cow. My granddad ate a sea cow back in the day. They used to eat them here.
They used to eat them.
Yeah,
that's a real thing.
Yeah, that's a thing,
dude. That's a seafood beef.
I could eat a manatee.
I think I could eat one too.
Go harpoon.
You think we can take one out?
Oh, I could get it. Yeah.
You think we can take one out?
You would be better off. You'd be better off killing a person if you FWC got caught. Like that's one thing that scares me is FWC, bro.
Oh yeah.
I know
them boys. Oh yeah. Oh boy.
The grouper troopers.
Dude, let me tell you something about FWC. Shout out to my boy. Listen, I love the law.
Yeah.
But you know what? Sometimes y'all be getting out of pocket. FWC be one of them, man. We had the boat, we had the sponsors and all that stuff. Just being sponsored by an alcohol company.
Oh, that was not good looks.
And having that on your boat was like a nightmare, dude. Like every time.
And that was right when that alcohol brand in particular was burning hot.
That's right. White Claw, baby. Shout out White Claw.
I don't know if you're still sponsored.
I'm not. Well, I'm not fishing tournaments much anymore. I'm an old man now. I got a bad back and I'm in the business of raising children. So, you know, something about tournament fishing is like that's a week-long commitment, and you're traveling 18 to 20 weeks out of the year. Like it's like being a pro anything, you know? It's like you can do it for fun, but the minute you turn professional at something, there's a whole nother
100%.
Whole nother racket, dude. You know what I mean?
I'd see you out there every night working on that trailer, swapping those motors out, cleaning fish, and then boom, you're gone the next morning.
People go, "Oh, sponsors, don't they take care of that shit?" Hell no, they don't. They go, "I don't know." White Claw, listen, I love White Claw. Shout out White Claw, but they didn't know crap about fishing or motors or fixing boats or any of that. They're like, "Hey man, here's the money that you need to go do stuff to make us look good," right? That's it. And also, here's a pallet of White Claw you put in your garage. Dude, I had 18-year-old to 24-year-old girls knocking down my door. My wife was like, "You are no longer sponsored by them."
No. That stuff's not good for you. I mean, alcohol is not good for you at all, but White Claw in particular, don't read the ingredients.
Do not.
It's bad.
It's not good. Why do you have to drink 27 of those to feel any type of buzz? Is that like a thing?
I don't know. When I did drink, Zach, I was cold beers. I like my Mick Ultras, and that was it.
I love a good beer, man.
Beers are great.
Just a ice cold beer. What is it about when you're like, I have this struggle because you're a muscular, attractive young man.
That's right. Thanks.
And I'm a little more svelte, is what they would say. I'm a little more
better for hugging.
You know what I mean? So there's something about, and I think this is where my genetic makeup, that's a problem. Dude, I'll go out and do like a full day's work. Like you were talking about ranching and doing whatever. I'll go out and just be like 104 degrees, humidity 80%, just grinding all day. And then I come back in and I'm like, do I want water? Nope. What do I want? An ice cold, like bottom of the tank beer, dude.
We have to realize that.
What is that?
It's marketing.
Is it?
They've got billions of dollars into psychology
it's marketing.
And marketing. Yeah, tap into the Rockies, cold beer.
I'm totally hooked. I need therapy.
Yeah, I quit 3 years ago, bro.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
quit drinking altogether.
Altogether.
That's sick.
I said it wasn't helping me. It was kind of selfish. Like, I don't convince anybody else to do it. It's on you, because I would join the Marine Corps, and boy, that's the world's greatest fraternity ever. But guess what you're doing every night? Drinking beers.
That's right.
And when you're 18 to 22, you can, drink all you can, and then the next morning run a PFT 3 miles, and it's no problem.
Yeah.
Now that I'm 40, that crept up on me.
Takes you a little bit of time to get going.
It was.
Yeah. I feel that just being alive. Like I'm, like I'm sleeping this morning, and I just go from sleeping to not sleeping anymore. And there's a 3 to 5 minute window there where I'm like,
warm up the engines. You're an old diesel right now.
Right.
You gotta get the glow plugs going.
There's 3 to 5 minutes in there where like it could go one way or the other. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I just, I don't know, man. You carry all this package for a good long while, and it's like, things start to feel tired.
Yeah, but you in your prime, you were a stud, bro.
I was.
Football
what happened?
Stud.
Dude, the problem is, to be completely transparent with you, is I just eat the same way I did in college. But I lifted
That's right.
I lifted out of the gym.
So you're not lifting now?
No, I'm still lifting.
Good.
No, I'm in the 1,000 pound
Every
club.
man should lift.
I'm in the 1,000 pound club. Let's be real about it. I got a big squat and a big dead.
I'd watch the deadlifts.
You know what I'm
risk versus reward at your age, bro.
Dude, you're talking about primal stuff, dude. There's something primal about just
pulling,
man. Deadlift. I want to lift that thing. And it's cool because I'm coaching high school football now, and a lot of the kids, they don't deadlift anymore.
No.
They don't deadlift anymore, but they love it when they get to like they've been coming over and doing max outs around like lifting program and stuff. And so just putting 405 on that thing and just pull that thing up, dude. And
you got everybody yelling.
Yeah, there's something about that lift where
peak testosterone.
It's just different.
Yeah,
it's different. I love deadlifts, and I would not be in the 1,000 pound club if it wasn't for my deadlift. But because my squats have gone down a bunch because I got old knees, man, and I'm a tree. I'm tall, so. It's a long way to go down there.
I'll be honest, when it comes to squats and deadlifts, I am go for reps over weight.
Yeah.
That's
why you look the way you do, and I look.
I don't.
That's why you look the way you do.
My cardio days are done, admittedly. I do need to get the heart rate up.
Yeah.
Another Florida man confession. I need to get back on the running side.
Man, and dude, you talk about mental stuff, like, This is a problem with me. I've always been a big cat, right? Yeah. So everything I've done, played college football, played high school football. I was a fireman, and I was a truckie, and I was I was made for busting down doors and being destructive. And I'm the big guy, right? I can carry all the shit. I can do all that stuff, and I've made a life out of that. And you know what? In all of it, I've managed somehow to stay very internally healthy. Like my blood pressure is like 118 over 60 something. My heart rate's like always in the 60s.
Blood checked once a year?
Yeah, dude. I do annual checks, just like all that. Blood sugar is always good. I've never had no high blood pressure, no high blood sugar and all that. But I'm like, how do I weigh like 280 pounds? Like, can I, obviously I know very well I can.
Very simple. Calories in versus calories burned, bro.
So you're just like, don't be a lazy piece of shit. That's really what it comes down to.
I'm really proud of you for not getting on the GLP-1 peptide.
Oh, hell no, dude.
That is burning hot.
What is the deal with that? Are people just like, so they're losing fat and muscle, correct?
100%. Yeah. So
that's terrible.
It's eating your body.
Yeah.
And the results are incredible. If you want to lose weight, bingo bongo, dude, you will lose it.
Yeah.
However, there are very serious complications and unknown things that we don't know about.
Dude, we're gonna go down this road. Like, man, that's just like, ain't that like everything? Like talking about medications and all.
Dude, big pharma.
You know where we're going to?
Bro, I looked in my IRAs and I saw a spike, and I'm like, whoa, that went up heavily. Yeah. And I called my buddy Tim. I'm like, Tim, what's going on? He's like, well, Chad, we took a chance on these GLP-1 peptides. I don't know if you've heard of it, Moderna and Ozempic. I go, buddy, thank you. You have your finger on that sell button.
Yeah.
As soon as this news breaks.
Yeah.
Because everything comes at a cost.
Sure.
And so.
Sure.
And listen, there's been years of human sociology building up to it that are. People want it easy. People want it fast. They don't want to work for it. For me, when you see somebody that's jacked and they got muscles, it's like, dang, you earned it. Same thing with women. You see a jacked woman, I know the work it takes to put in to get this.
Oh, I thought it's so funny you said, I'm sorry, not to interrupt you, but I thought you were going somewhere different with that. I thought you were like, just to have an attractive woman next to you.
Yeah. I got one of those at home. Shout out to the bride.
That's right. Wives, man, they make us better husbands. They make us better men.
Yeah, that's the best decision you can make. So
I'm not here today. You got to get married. You got to get married.
Married and have as many kids as you can.
Dude, you got to get married and have kids, man. That grounds you. I was a total piece of shit before I got married.
No.
I don't know about you, man.
I was pretty bad.
I was kind of a train wreck, man. Full honesty. And you know what? It's like, you know what? Train wreck's probably not the right. I was like a wild bronco. You know what I mean? I was a stallion, dude. And she gets on that thing and she just calms it down. 100%. Dude, she calms the horse down. You know, and then you just keep on chugging and hope she keeps you alive past 60 or whatever.
No. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. Anyway, GLP, sorry, go ahead.
No, man, that's all I have to say about that. I don't want to piss too many people off, but if I could encourage anybody to do it holistically and naturally, because you see, I know I've seen it. people are on the Ozempic. It's clear, but yet they're just posting selfies of them at the gym, and so they can say that.
Isn't that, yeah, dude?
Like, it's you're not earning it.
Yeah, it's weird, man. Because listen, I'm in no way, shape, or form able to call anybody out for being not in shape. But the thing is like there's just something about doing hard work.
Right.
Something about doing hard work, and you know what? You earned it. You got it, and you're like, I did a hard thing. I did some hard shit. I came out of the other side, and guess what? I'm okay. And not only am I okay, but I'm better.
That's right.
And it's like that principle, man. You can apply that to a myriad of
people. We as Americans celebrate hard.
Yeah.
Like doing hard things. You run a marathon, you get a degree. Those things suck. But I'm convinced anything in life worth having is going to suck.
Yeah.
You're going to have to embrace it. And you're going to have to do it because that's what makes us men.
100%. And it's like, dude, the challenge today, and I see this so much. I talk about this. I talk about this ad nauseum, but coaching high school football, and I'm exposed to a lot of young people today. And obviously like they're the next gen, right? You got kids, I got kids. Excuse me. But, you see it and it's like the hard thing is paved out in front of them. This is what it is. Mm-hmm. You get the challenge, you get the adversity, and the immediate response for a lot of them is like when shit gets hard or when it feels impossible or whatever, it's like my first inclination is to do what? To quit or to flee.
That's right.
And that is the opposite of a lot of like my greatest lessons and the things I learned that were most important and most impactful for me were out of painful shit that I went through and learned from and took accountability for and came out of the other side, right? If you could bottle that up and give that to people, that's one thing I would, whether it's losing weight, whether it's being successful in a business, whether it's, dude, just being a dad, being a husband, whatever. Like, you gotta fail. You're gonna fail.
That's right. Embrace the failure, fail forward.
Yep.
Learn from it.
That's right.
Yeah. I just look at the consistency it takes to be successful.
Yeah.
That's hard.
Dude, the shit's not easy.
It's not. And like you said with the kids, this is my new theory. Like, you know how you can gamble on stocks, right? Let's just call it stock trading. You're gambling on a business.
Yeah.
I wish you could do that with kids.
Gamble on
kids, right? Like, we've all got those kids in our lives where they're like, that kid is destined for greatness. He's got he or she has everything going for him. Like good parents, good work ethic. And with the kids now, dude, just a little bit of work. I tell my son this, buddy. In your generation, this iPad generation, like if you just work a little bit harder than the next guy, you're going to be Bezos, Elon Musk. It's not going to take much in the future.
It isn't. And you know what? There's this like human part of things as we go more towards technology and AI and all this stuff. There's this human part that you just can't. It's like the thing that is most important, but you can't teach it. You got that like that emotion part, that like empathy part where, it's inbred in you to do something and want to take on a challenge and do it in a human way. So it's like failing, right? Like we're not robots. We're not built to go, oh, we fail. Okay, what is the next thing? How can I apply this? No, like you fail, you hurt, it's painful, you learn, you grow, and it's like that's the life experience, right?
That's right.
And so we have this whole thing in front of us, and that's what makes it beautiful. Like you have to understand, like, I'm going to go and set out to do something. Like this podcast is a great example. Right. Like I'm like, I just want, this is a thing. It's on my heart to do. I feel challenged by it. I want to express, I want to grow. I want to bring people in that I'm interested in talking to. Nice. And if it fails, it fails.
That's right.
If it does good, it does good. I don't care. I'm not in it to be a millionaire. That's not my goal. My goal is to bring about, like, if I can talk, like dude, earlier today I had Gary Miracle in here. I don't know if you know anything about him, but dude is amazing. He ended up having a really terrible accident in his life, lost his arms and legs both.
Yes,
right?
I've heard him speak.
Yes, he's an incredible guy. And like listening to him talk and like we didn't put a ton of emphasis on him talking about like the thing that happened to him that changed the course of his life, but it's like we talked more about like today. He's like, dude, this is what I'm doing today. I want people to know like I'm living now and I'm happy and I'm genuinely like motivated and like all this stuff. And I'm looking at him like, dude, you have no arms and no legs. And you're just like you've got more. Like, I'm ready to run through a brick wall right now just talking about it, because this dude is just charging at life, and he failed. Like, unbeknownst to, like, he had the, like, arguably some of the most adverse conditions set in front of him. You know what I'm saying?
No, we look at some of those curses could be your greatest blessings.
Right?
Perspective-wise, that guy lives for today.
Right?
That's like the end of Saving Private Ryan when he goes, "Tell me I've earned it."
That's right.
The worst thing we want to do is be on that deathbed and go, "Man, I wish I would have started that podcast."
Right?
Yeah, I wish I would have started that business. That's scary.
It is.
Like,
it is. He died for 12 minutes. Wow. He literally died. I know, it's incredible.
Did he have a near-death experience where he experienced the other side?
Dude, I'm telling you, I'm getting goosebumps talking about it. Like, it was unreal, man. Like, just his story and all that. I can't wait for people to hear it. But it's like he died. Yeah. He did the thing that, like, you can't. I don't know what it's like to die. Do you know what it's like to die? No. That's what I'm saying.
I've come close, but never.
Right? Yeah, no, me too.
Really,
I got plenty of those. I got plenty of those. But, like, he died, man, and he came back, and he's got. Listen, dude. If I lost my arms and my legs today, I would be a salty puss, man. I would be a sour apple. You know what I mean? I feel like, man, I need my arms and my legs. Like, we were talking about deadlifting. How am I going to deadlift, Chad? I got no arms and legs.
I'll rig something up for you.
Okay. But I'm just saying, like, I'm telling you, I would feel it like the amount of just, like, the drive and the internal, like mental toughness you have to say, like, all right, bad shit happened to me. It is what it is, but I'm gonna keep moving forward, and you know what? I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use this for good somehow. And you know what? And this is exactly what Gary said. If one person, just one person in the world, decides, like, I'm not gonna kill myself today.
Right.
I'm not gonna. Wow. You know what I mean? I'm gonna change my life. I'm gonna go on a diet today. I'm gonna do whatever it is. If I impact just one person today, then losing my arms and losing my legs was worth it.
Man, that's incredible.
What? I mean, is
there anything he could have done to prevent that?
No.
Exactly.
No.
So that's Stoicism. So I'm recently started studying Stoicism.
Okay.
And it's the line of, life is 10% of what happens to you, 90% of how you react to it. That's a perfect example of that.
Right.
So, like, I'm not going to be upset because it's raining out and I wanted to go fishing. I can't control the rain. So with that, now it allows me to move on with my life and don't be affected by the things that I didn't have control over. The only thing I can control are my actions and my reactions. And I think that's peak emotional intelligence. I'm trying to get there. I'm in my 40s now,
Dude, it's a never-ending process, right?
No. And as long as you're better than yesterday.
And what I feel like what you're saying there, what you're explaining is, like, it's almost like you're, like, going upstream nowadays, man. Like, I feel like people want to just be mired in bullshit. Like, people love to be like my wife, man. Like, God bless her. I love her so much. But she likes, just as much as any other girl, she likes to get on some trashy TV, just to turn the brain off and just kind of, like, unplug and fold some laundry or do whatever she's doing. Just like, I don't want to think for a second. I don't want to hold a baby. I don't want to work. I don't want to do nothing. I just want to watch some stuff. And she is super obsessed with that. What's that? Secret Lives of Mormon Wives or whatever.
Oh yeah. I'm sure my wife's seen that.
Dude, shout out Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Chicks love that stuff.
Dude, it's just controversy the whole time. I don't know. But I'm engaged. I watched. I'm like, damn, okay. All right, Jen, you should have said this instead of that. Yeah. You're a whatever, like I'm enthralled. I'm like, okay, I can see, and they're going and they're just bickering and there's just nonstop controversy for an hour and it's like, what is that, man? Like, that's our world now. Like, that's our world. We just want to do that all day, every day. Like, we love that.
My uncle told me, he's like, Chad, there's nobody meaner to women than other women. Women are brutal. And now having a daughter who's, like, in middle school now, I see it firsthand. I'm like, I don't worry about, like, a guy hurting her heart. If anything, she's going to hurt them. I worry about the other girls.
Dude.
Bro,
so
it's
true.
brutal.
Yeah.
Why can't they just be nice to each other?
I don't know, man. What is it about guys that can just, like I talk to my wife about this sometimes. She's like, how do you do that? Like, Well, like a guy like you and me, like we haven't talked in a good while, but you can come in here and we can pick up like we just hung out yesterday.
Why haven't you talked to me?
Yeah. Do we need to like sit down and have a mediation before we get into like hanging out? Like, dude, Chad, listen, like I've been a bitch about this. I'm really sorry.
Right.
Or like you haven't called me. Like we don't do that, man. We just go right to being bros, and that's like a dude thing. It's like a dude thing, but women, I don't think they...
I think you got to be smart enough to know you're not smart enough when it comes to understanding women. Like we talked earlier, it's like, I'm okay with understanding that I will never understand women. It's a constant pursuit. Now, as a husband, I study my wife. You know, that's the one woman I'm going to study her. I'm going to try and learn her because she's growing and she's changing in her life, and I want to be a part of that. But when it comes to macro women, I'm out, bro.
Just like as a whole, as a whole, like bio, like collective,
correct. Like they're fascinating and we're totally different. You know, I got basketball, sports. My son's playing basketball, my daughter's playing basketball. But dude, those boys will go in for that rebound, and they are elbow in. They are doing everything they can to get the ball. Now, there's some girls that have that dog in them, but most of them, they just don't want to get hurt.
We're not doing that.
No.
Can we just play basketball the nice way?
Correct. Laugh, joke. I want that Gatorade and the snacks afterwards.
Dude, the snacks.
I love the snacks, man.
There's nothing better than a post-game snack, dude.
That's the best.
You're like 11, and you're just like, you just got done with the rec league game. Dude, some mom somewhere just stressed out for like, I'm a parent, I can say this now. They stressed out for like an hour trying to get all your shit together. Some random kid you don't even know. You're like, here's your freaking Gatorade and your power bar or whatever.
And some moms are better than others. You know,
they are,
there's always that one mom on the team.
She lives for that moment, dude. She's like, it's time to be a team mom.
That's right.
She's all in, dude.
She's got all the bags stamped with their numbers.
That's right. Numbers.
Any food allergies? Any food allergies? Oh, little Timmy's got a peanut allergy.
Oh, I got to go to Trader Joe's to get my snacks.
The Trader Joe's is open, man.
Shout out Trader Joe's, man. I haven't been there yet. My wife's very excited to go there. I'm going to let that line die down a little bit before I get anywhere around there.
I'm not an early adopter. I like the Aldi's. You bring a quarter. You know, Dave Ramsey approved. Okay, you go in there.
I'm an Aldi. Great. Yeah, we're an Aldi house as well. But you know it's getting tough because like we live here, and then dude, the golf cart to Publix, man.
Golf cart crazy.
The golf cart to Publix, dude. The golf cart anywhere. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. I didn't know that it was a vibe that I needed or wanted. But now that I'm in, like, I get legitimately, this is such a first world problem, but I get legitimately pissed when I have to get in my truck to go over the bridge, to go anywhere. Like, I'm like, all right, you know, like my parents live in West Melbourne or I got friends down in Valkyrie or wherever. Yeah. And I'm like, oh man, I got to get in the truck today. It sucks. Yeah,
and we're like, I don't want to drive. Like, the furthest south I'll go is to come here and see you or Chick-fil-A.
There you go.
Like, I don't want to leave Rockledge. But you know there's people in Texas that are listening to this, and it's nothing for them for an hour drive.
Yeah, they hate us. They're like, Florida man, you're such a punk. Like, you guys are punks. Listen, I don't think, I don't know. I think in the United States, the great United States of America, it's like Texas and Florida 1 and 2, man.
Yeah, we got it pretty good here.
1 and 2.
We got there's definitely pros and cons.
There's pros and cons. We got our shit. We got our shit just like everybody.
For sure.
We got our shit. But the problem is like our shit comes from, you know, all the people coming from
No, 100%. Say it.
From other
they
places,
need to hear
man.
it.
Come on, man. They're coming from other places.
I will say that, bro. I do want to caveat it, though. Is like, you know, a lot of people, Yanks and Californians, started moving here, and we're like, whoa, you know, don't New York, my Florida.
Yeah.
Bro, they're some of the best people.
They are, man.
They saw the atrocities, and they're even more on my side because they saw what happened.
Genuinely.
Correct. So genuinely, they've been burned.
It's crazy, man. Like, having the fishing business go through COVID, like, we survived COVID and people were, that was like insane to see, where like people from Michigan or California or wherever, they're coming and they're like, do we have to wear a mask on your boat? Do we have to wear a mask on your fishing boat? I'm like, no, dude, like, we're outside.
That was the one thing I do miss about COVID, was going places and boldly not wearing one.
Yeah.
Like it was all.
Yeah.
I go to Lowe's.
Dude, I know.
Don't care.
When they drew the line in the Publix grocery, I would always go the opposite.
And I don't think they get held accountable enough. Like
yeah.
The stupid needs to get exposed, or else it's going to repeat itself.
100%, man. That was a test that we failed, I think, and it opened the door. And we are definitely making ourselves vulnerable to some other bad stuff that could but will be coming down the line.
No.
Where, man, we just gotta. It's, dude. I'm sure every household, everywhere is probably thinking the same exact thing. It's like you keep seeing this government infringement, all this stuff. You keep seeing these shootings, these things. Bondi Beach just yesterday. Like, did you see what happened there?
No, I've unplugged for the past week. It's been awesome.
I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous.
It's great.
I gotta get so much better about that. But dude, Bondi Beach, Australia, super
anti-Semite. They had a gun there.
No, multiple gunmen killed. I'm gonna mess this up. Probably 18 people, injured like 50 when I last heard about it. They were at Bondi Beach, which is a very local, very public, right? And they're just, dude. There's video. The videos are horrific. They're insane. These guys are just walking like. Dude, it gives me chills just thinking about it right now. Like, there's a guy walking with a long rifle, not an AR, like a long rifle, just down the beach, just pow, from the hip, like just walking through, and people are filming it like live on TikTok or whatever.
What do you do in that situation, Zach?
Dude, listen, I'm telling you right now, there's a saying that I have in this house. It's like my family, my kids, my wife, we're coming home tonight. It's like the old added verbiage from the fire department.
You gotta want to live.
I'm living, dude. And you know what? You put anything in between me and my family, dude, I'm going down for them. I'm making sure they're coming home.
That's totally different. Doing. So when we run through these scenarios, it's totally different where if I'm by myself or if I have my family.
Okay.
Right? Like I carry everywhere and I don't leave the house without it.
Right.
If I'm by myself, I might just bring my little 380. But if I have the kids with me, dude, it's,
you're stacked.
It's the big boy.
You're ready for it. You're ready for it.
It's a whole mindset. And I think we as men, as fathers, need to protect and then head on a swivel.
100%. It's called SA, situational awareness. And it is so important today because we send our kids to school and it's like every time you get that lockdown email or whatever, my antennas automatically go up every single time. Because you just don't know, man.
No, I interview our kids' SROs, the school resource officer. I try and look into their eyes, look in their soul, and see what they have, what it takes. And I have to make a point to ask them, what do you think happened at Uvalde? That was the Texas shooting where the cops retreated. And I will judge my kids' safety level based off of their response to that. If they say no, they were cowards, they didn't storm.
I was gonna say, just out of curiosity, like, what have you heard? You're talking about like active police officers. What have you heard? What would they say?
Crazy to me. So Texas, we think real men. You think our most vulnerable, most precious assets, our children in school, and there's an active shooter in there, and they did not close with and destroy the enemy by fire maneuver.
Right.
They should have easily, you go towards that fire with total disregard for your life. I would lay down my life for these kids. I don't even, that's your job.
That's your job.
And, that's what any American, regardless of your job, that's what we should do. That's what makes this country great, is that we will eliminate the enemy and threat to the kids. Yeah. And I just think it was a culture breakdown there.
Yeah.
A bunch of cowards.
That stinks, man. And, it's like, I have my own thoughts on that whole, the policing and all that stuff, but it's like with today, especially being a fireman, I can say this now because I'm out of the job, and it's like you have this structure, these people that are in charge, and you probably appreciate this because you're in the military. You have this structure of these people that are in charge, and it's this big chain of people with a bunch of big ideas, and a lot of those ideas might not be the same ideas as yours. And so, having being a firefighter going through COVID at this time, you really saw the breakdown of that. It was like, okay, if this is my personal feeling or sentiment or whatever, and you're in a position of power, I'm going to implement this. And then the fallout is you don't follow this, you lose your job.
That's right.
You lose your career. You lose this and that. And in a way, man, I really feel for police officers because they're put in a position to fail, in my opinion. Yeah. They're not trained appropriately. You know, they're not given the tools. Like
politics.
Dude, the politics of it, all that stuff. I mean, they're set like how could you, I always say this and I say it jokingly, but actually serious. Like I myself could never be a cop. I could never be a cop. You want to know why? Why? Because I know I would shoot everybody that didn't comply with what I said. Yeah. If and goes back to that thing, I'm going home. I'm making that decision every day. Like it was me as a fireman too. And I was very, very selfless as a fire. I ran into a lot of dangerous shit and didn't, with no regard for myself or my family. I did that. I've done that. I can say that. But as a cop, could have never been a cop because I would say, get on the ground or do whatever. And if you didn't do that, I don't care if you're a 96-year-old lady, Caucasian like me, right. I'm shooting you if you don't listen because I'm going home. You're a threat. You're presenting yourself as a threat. And that is why I could not be a police officer. No. But you have to know that, right? Like you have to, I feel like you have to like accept that instead of being the kid that got swirlies in high school and now you're on some weird power trip. Yeah. Like you got to recognize that in yourself, right?
Well, law enforcement recruiting is down.
Yeah, big time.
George Floyd's scenario did not help that. Mm-hmm. These poor cops, you know, you see them on the videos. You know, they pull over a car and windows half cracked. They're filming, you know, they're cackling at the officer, not wanting to, you know, give their license. They think they saw something on TikTok. What they don't take into understanding is that cop just came from a domestic violence call where they saw a kid get hurt. You know, you don't know what's going on in these cops' minds. Right. And, you know, when I get pulled over, it's all windows down. I got my auto docs right here ready to go. Good afternoon, officer. I'm so sorry for speeding. You know, very politeful.
Yeah.
It's a lose-lose.
Yeah.
You know, I will say I went to a cop's birthday party this weekend, and I love interviewing cops. It's like my number one question is, have you ever done a pit maneuver?
Oh, that's like where you wreck the car.
You push the rear bumper.
That's cool.
Always wanted to do that.
That's so
bro.
cool.
Like,
yeah, that's
they're like,
cool.
no. Every cop's like, no, not yet. I'm not pit certified. You know, there's a cert. There's a cert for it. I'm like, ah. And then there was a canine cop there, and I'm like, how many bites does he have? He's like, 3. You know, I'm like, yes. That's awesome.
Dude. Pit certified. That's so funny. See, that's another thing. Like, you know, these certs, like, dude, I'm just wrecking into somebody.
Oh,
that's why I can't be a cop.
All the cameras, man.
Oh, I know.
Lawsuits in court.
Oh, I know. That's why I can't be a cop. I'm telling you, I would not. I would make a horrible cop. No,
you're compassionate. I think you'd understand.
No, I know. I'm joking. Really though, I think I could do it, but I don't want to.
No,
I don't
for $50,000 a year,
dude. And it's the same thing. Even as a fireman, you're a fire medic or whatever, and you're running 13 to 15 calls a day in a 24-hour period. Dude, there were days where I would literally show up, I would drop my keys on the bed, and I would not see my firehouse again until the very next day.
Right.
And you're gone, and you're dealing with everybody else's bullshit that whole time. So you have a 24-hour period of dealing with everybody else's stuff. And especially if you work in an area like I did, like in K-Town, Kissimmee. NASA was different.
Oh, yeah.
But Kissimmee, that's a little different story. I mean, there's some real hurt.
A lot of Narcan.
There's oh yeah. There's a lot of hurting in that city. And
yeah, but there's something amazing about that, bro. Like, dude, you're the hero going into it. Like
there is, man.
That's admirable.
But the thing is that like they don't respect firemen like they don't respect cops. It's like, dude, I have bullet holes in my fire engine just from like getting calls, and you're going wherever you're going, and they're just shooting at you just to shoot at you, just cause, you know. And dude, that's a real thing. And you know, never mind that. It doesn't. You still do it. You do it. Right. You know. I've been on drug overdoses where you've gone multiple times to the same place in the same day, and you're Narcan, and then you bring them to the hospital, and they just get up and walk out. And it's like, okay, we'll see you in a couple hours. That's a real thing, man. And just like you were talking about, the cops see it, the firemen see it. They're exposed to that every third day for us, right. but in a big thing. And it's like, you have to have the wherewithal, if you can imagine, to go and deal with the worst thing that most people arguably have ever gone through 100%. In their life. You have to go deal with the worst thing that they've gone through. And then it's like, all right, boys, what are we going to Publix to get lunch?
Correct. Pub sub.
Yeah, we're okay. Oh, we got to go do a daycare visit. You know, we got to go talk to these kids and put on the gear and go, hey, look, it's not scary. Right. And you got to be able to mentally go from that to that, like
that's some gymnastics.
And then on top of that, okay, shift's done. Now you got to come home and you got to be a dad.
Right.
You got to be a
work
husband.
Your second job.
You got second and third jobs, right? Because like you said, that big old thing, like 50 grand, 40 grand, dude, you're not making enough money to pay bills today. You got to do that. And you got to do it while everybody's like a majority of people are spitting in your face in the process.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? So like you said, like with cops, dude, like it's one of them things. And, you know, people could argue, oh, culture breakdown. Oh, they don't respect this color of people or that color. That doesn't, dude, the fact of the matter is, like we talked about this earlier, like everybody's going through shit, man. And sometimes like your shit's physical and visible. Like I can see you're going through some stuff. You got no arms and no legs, right? But a lot of people, a vast majority of people, it's like you don't see it. You know what I mean? You don't see the struggle.
Mental health is terrible.
And why is that? Like, why are we? Is it social media? Is it, you know, like why are we breaking down? Because like, listen, dude, I'm sorry, but like you said, iPad kids, like, dude, iPads don't exist in my house. We're like go outside and get after it, family, right?
Attaboy. I'd say, you know, you look at all these shootings. One of the common denominators that's not talked about is these SSRI pills. And how you need to go down this rabbit hole. They rewire your entire brain. And so they lose empathy. So like that guy that you talked about in that beach in Australia, that person had no empathy for other people's lives. That is a dark place that we need to avoid at all costs.
Right.
You know, like that's terrible.
So, you know, and it's like, how much it, like, it's like a perfect storm of stuff, right? When you look at some of these shootings and you look at some of these things that happen, it's like a perfect storm. It's like religious influence, political influence mixed with like maybe not mentally stable, maybe actually going through or just someone that's in a lot of pain, really, like, you know, and I think it's important to have empathy and recognize like, oh, you know, these people they're not just like, listen, dude, I try really hard I try to look at life and people from a charitable perspective. I try to be as charitable as I can. Agreed. Like I choose to believe that a vast majority of people aren't waking up in the morning just to be an asshole and piss everybody off. That's what I choose to believe. And I would hope that that's not really, you know, what people try to do. Like, I'm not going to wake up today and kill a bunch of people or whatever. I hope that's the case. But there is a time or a point where people just break and they say, okay, like you said, the empathy for other people,
gone.
The appreciation for life and whatever's happening with other people, I don't care anymore, right? And then things happen, and we just don't do enough to acknowledge that part of it. Like you said, here, like, dude, what you're talking about with the SSRIs, prominent in the military, prominent in the fire community. Like, you can't sleep. Here's a sleep pill.
They rewire your brain, man. Big Pharma is at it.
You got anxiety, you got depression, you got whatever. Here's a pill. Get back on the rig, you know? And I mean, like, that is a big reason why I am not in that anymore, is because it was like, we talk about like emotional and physical manifestations of things happening. Like, dude, I got to a point where it's like, what was happening in my head, what I felt like was happening, it was like physically starting to show up. Like it was starting to show up in my anxiety. Dude, like I was literally like defecating myself.
Not good.
Like I'm pushing the cart down the line with my kids, and I'm like, oh shit, like I can't, like this is normal. You know,
right.
Like what's happening inside of me, what I'm feeling is not normal. And I don't know why or where or how. Maybe it's like 13 and a half years of all this stuff together. But I'm like, I know that I am not the person that I like. I don't feel like myself right now.
So you acknowledged it.
I acknowledged it.
That's
I got to do something. I got to do something.
First step.
And it wasn't immediate. Like, obviously I got some help right away. Like, the biggest thing was like, and what sucks is like, this is the painful part, is like, dude, you knew me. I loved being a fireman.
Yeah.
I still I loved being a fireman. I was good at it. I loved my guys. Greatest, like, shout out Kissimmee, shout out NASA, like, greatest dudes, like, amazing people. I've met unbelievable people.
Some of the best
like
people
all
in the
that stuff, like all that stuff. I was happy. I wasn't in trouble. Like all that stuff. Everything was going good. And it's just like, it was abruptly just like God or whatever was like, you know, like, you dude, like you're done. You're done. And so you gotta, there's like that proverbial like fork in the road, and you're like, you can go one way, and there are people that I know that squish that shit down, and they keep beating their head against the wall. And I got buddies that I've buried because of that, you know, killed themselves or done whatever. I've been at firefighter funerals of guys that have taken their own life because they went down that road and didn't have a way to talk about it, or didn't have a way to heal, or didn't have a way out. And they're not with us anymore. And that was very scary to me because I have kids, I have a wife, I have all that stuff. That was very, very scary. And I didn't want to feel that way. I didn't want to go further. So I went right instead of left. And I'm like, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know where I'm going to end up. I thought I was just going to be a firefighter forever and get my pension and get out of there. And, you know, all that. I thought that's what I was going to do, but obviously that's not it. And so I got to forge a new path, and, you know, the rest is history. And, you know, it's like you get the notion at the same time, like you could be doing better. You should be doing better. So you do better.
That's right.
Right.
I'm proud of you, bro.
Thanks, man.
It's not easy because you had to change. Change is freaking scary.
Scary and painful.
It is.
It can be really
fear
painful.
of the unknown. Whenever you make those big life pivots, I don't know. You got to have the faith that God will provide, that, you know, no matter what, as long as you do your best, you're going to exceed. You're going to excel. You're going to do good. So I think first thing, you acknowledge that, whoa, this is not, I don't like how I'm trending. You know, if I look at, you know, the path I'm on and where I'm going, this is not good. It's time for a change. Yeah. So many people don't acknowledge that until it's too late. Dude,
so many. And you know what? Like it often ends really ugly if it's not like hurting yourself, it's hurting other people. Like divorce, like you're talking about divorce, like divorce rates are so high in medical field and in the police and the fire and all that stuff. It's so high. And like, you know, it's largely due to just pushing the people closest away from you and not knowing how to do exactly what we're doing right here. Just talk, man. Yeah. Just talk and listen and all that stuff. And it's like, you know, for me, like my wife and I are now, like we're incredibly blessed with what we have. But
how long y'all been married now?
7.5, almost 8 years. Yeah, we're getting there. Climbing up. The old missus, man. She takes care of me. I love her. But, you know, we went through some shit, dude. And those times, even in the transition, it was really hard, man. And it was really hard to climb out of that, but we had to do it together. And never at any point, I would hope she would say, and I would say that we didn't feel alone. Like, that's good. I didn't feel like I was doing it myself because I had somebody that was like ride or die. Right. You know what I mean? And we're at the point now where it's like, we just have, you get in these good places in marriage where you get this peace. And I'm like, all right, if we didn't have a house, we didn't have the cars, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. If we had to go live in some small shanty house somewhere, some single wide out there in the grass somewhere, like we'd be just fine, dude.
Better life.
We'd be just fine because we got each other.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? And there's a piece about that where it's like, that's all you do. You're there and you're like, okay, I want to be around movers and shakers. I want to be around people that make me better. Yep. And I hope that I am someone that makes people better. And that's just how I'm going to live my life going forward.
I would say you are. You've been that impact to me. You know, just seeing you grow, watching the kids grow up, you know, working your butt off as a fish captain, making that pivot, having the guts, the balls, I say, to make the pivot from firefighting into real estate. Mm-hmm. Dude, that's way off. Yeah, man. You know, so those are scary changes, but obviously it's turned out great for you.
And same with you, man. I've seen you do a bunch of different things, and you know, it's like where you're at now and what you're doing is probably not what you envisioned when you got your old degree from U of F or whatever. Yeah. You know what I mean? Go Gators. Go Gators. You know, so like, what about you? Like, how do you feel about, making that switch and some of the stuff like you've been up to?
Man, I would say I just like to help people. I want to serve people, and I believe that if you help enough people get everything they want, you'll in return get everything you ever wanted. So it's that selfless hope, just like, you experience here, whether it's firefighter, real estate, you want to help other people succeed, get their dreams, their wishes, and then maybe they pay you for it. Right? Maybe. Checks in the mail.
For a long time.
Yeah. So I started a software business, and we help businesses better communicate through text messaging.
Yeah.
I helped my wife with her business. I saw the communication impact it had. Nobody's getting on the phone. Nobody's having conversations. We live in a world of text. So I said, okay, well, maybe this is a great business avenue. It's an emerging tech. There was some barriers to entry with regulations, which I read through, not rocket surgery.
Right.
And developed some software. And now we're helping gyms and personal trainers better communicate with their clients through text message. It's pretty awesome.
That's cool, man.
It's pretty awesome.
Personalizing communication.
That's right.
We're not talking cold calls, right?
No, we don't cold text.
Yeah,
there's a hot place in hell for those people. I'll tell you what.
Dude, I'm dying to ask you because I know a little bit about Rev Text, but what happens? Have you ever seen it where like you're like people are drafting text and then you got like the AI like response? Have you had like two like wars with
dude, the AI chatbot?
You know what I'm saying?
Everything with AI is like, oh, that technology sucks. And then 3 months later, it's revolutionary.
Yeah.
So like whether it was the videos, remember like people's hands, you would have extra fingers.
Yeah,
and
stuff.
Now you can't even tell. Is that really real or not? It's scary, bro.
Dude, there's this ad that keeps popping up on my phone and social media now where it's like, it's some AI they're trying to get me to like buy their program or whatever. And it's a guy talking and he's like, this is me talking. And then like, it's like, whoop. And then it's just some like chick with huge boobs and like all this. He's like, this is not me talking, but it's still him. And you can't even like, I'm like, whoa, you can't even tell the difference in them two right there.
It's wild. Yeah. So the chatbots have come a long way. Like there's some software that I've used that, I had issues with their software and they responded better than a human would. More efficiently, gave me everything I needed and bingo bongo. So I don't sleep on that. I think that's coming to reality. But what we encourage is one-on-one communications with people.
Sure.
And we want to do that with our clients where, most software, all my competitors are big private equity-backed SaaS businesses. Mm-hmm. You sign up and you never talk to somebody. So I'm taking a little bit of a different approach where we have higher touch. I meet with my clients weekly, which is great for me because I love people. Yeah. And I get to help them and I get to better understand their use case so I can innovate our software better.
Sure.
It's not hard. It's pretty cool. And so we encourage our clients to communicate with their clients via text. And when you've got a brand that's accessible and people can respond like, oh my goodness, there's an actual person on the other side of this.
Yeah.
Your lifetime customer value skyrockets.
Sure.
It's awesome.
Sure.
Better communication fuels business growth.
100%.
And so we've been really blessed with a great team, great clients, and we're innovating constantly. You got to.
Dude, you got to. And you know what? That's same thing. Like when I'm looking at real estate business or just any business in general, like for me, like 99% of my business is sphere and referral related.
Yeah.
I can't cold call. I can't go and door knock. I can't do those things that like all the real estate gurus out there, they're going, you got to do this and you got to do that. And listen, I understand you want to try and make $1 million and do whatever, and you want to go knock on everybody's door. Listen, more power to you.
Right.
But me and myself, knowing who I am, I'm like, no. Like what I want is I want to find the people that want to work with me. Simple as that. And because I understand I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Like I'm a big bearded dude in a world where like we talked about it earlier.
Oh yeah.
We talked about it earlier where there's, it's largely not big bearded dudes, if you know what I'm saying. And so you got to have a little bit of personality about you. And my cans are just not like what people want to see. Like
I'd take a look.
just a little peek under the hood.
Yeah.
A little peek under the hood. All right.
Oh, the referrals, man, that's marketing.
It's
gold.
huge. It's huge. And you know what? It's a client for life, dude.
Oh,
that's what I'm looking to do. I want to serve the shit out of the people that want to work with me. And I want to give them the best my best so that they continue to work with me until they can't work no more.
Right.
And then maybe it's like their uncle or their cousin or their friend or whatever. Like that's what I want my business to be. And it is the thing that gets the most fuel and the most attention in my business. And it's the thing that it's like when I think about this, it's the same thing. Like I've had a bunch of people reach out to me and they're like, hey, can I come on and talk about this or talk about my business or talk about that? And it's like, yeah, it's cool, but I just want to talk to people that I'm interested in talking to,
create
man.
value for people.
You know what I mean?
No, that referral, going back to that real quick, I can't encourage anybody enough. Like the best way you can support a small business is to refer them. Give them a recommendation. Give them that 5-star Google review, whatever it is, like a video review you can throw up on the gram that other people, man, talk about a great lead magnet.
Yeah. It's huge. It's huge. I have a couple videos that I've done myself. I'm a big video guy in the real estate.
Yeah, that's not easy, bro.
No, I have shout out Gary.
Do my hands. I just met him. Great guy.
He dropped off a poinsettia. I can point the camera we're looking at right now. Dude's dropping off flowers at my door, man.
That's
Gary's my
service.
guy. He's an incredible video guy. Shout out Real Reef.
Are you a one take wonder? Or you take multiple takes?
No way, dude. No scripts. I've never written a script in my life.
Really?
It pisses Gary off so much because I'm like,
with it.
Yeah. So it's like, here's my thing. Like, if I get a listing, which is I'm primarily listings or whatever in the resi stuff, and if I get a listing, it's like the process is always the same now. I've got it like streamlined where it's like $2 million house, $200,000 house. The process is still the same. You still get the same treatment, the same effort, the same everything, right? And that's how I've been able to scale and recognize like, okay, this is where my time is valuable. This is where it's not, right? Like that kind of thing. And one of those things is like I do a video, create a video for every single listing. Doesn't matter if your house looks like if your house looks like a meth house or like one of those like houses from My 600-Pound Life where you walk in and there's just like
the hoarders.
Oh my God, dude.
The smell.
And you're just walking in like it's a museum. You're like, whoa. I don't care if it's that. I would find a freaking way to make that video awesome.
You can go viral.
You know what I mean? I would. So I'm doing that. Or if it's like we had me and Brandon Phillips had a shout out Brandon. We had a tree farm down in Miami, and it was like
what kind of trees?
They did like trees and plants, like a
nursery.
Like a nursery,
Sick.
like the plants you would buy in like Home Depot,
Love
like
that.
they're large distributors, like whatever. And so this place was in what's called the Redlands, so it's south of Homestead.
Yep.
So it's technically Miami, but it's in this like it's very very like country. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And so we go down there and great people, and they're like, we've had a couple realtors before and it didn't sell and whatever. So they pulled us and they said, we love your marketing. We love what you guys do. Can you help us? And we're like, I ain't sold shit down in Miami, but I'm gonna definitely try. And so, we put our heads together and we're like, all right, well, what about Miami? What do we know about Miami? And we're like, we automatically go to like the stereotypes. We're like Lamborghinis. They're usually like bright pink, and then
Spanish.
South Beach and South Beach. And like, you wear a shirt down to here and your chest hair's out and all that crap. And so we just, all the stereotypes. Right. And so we're like, what if, especially because this tree farm was in the country. We're like, what if, but it had a Miami zip code, all that. So we're like, what if we showed all the things about Miami, that like everybody thinks of, because we're marketing nationally now. We're not just talking to people in Miami. We're talking to people in California and investors everywhere. What if we showed all the things that you would think about Miami, but then we turn and we get it to the property where it's really at? Well, how do we do that? Well, we actually... we took a spoof from The Hangover. We're like, dude, let's rent a Lamborghini. Let's go party at the Hard Rock. Let's make it silly.
Whoa. You got in a Lamborghini?
Dude, barely.
Is this like the Lamborghini SUV or we're talking
No. We're talking about a Huracan, dude.
Oh my.
Yeah, that shit was tight, son.
You weren't the stereotype driving it down.
Oh, dude, I was rev limiting that thing. Oh, it was ridiculous. So hold on. So we basically were like, we mimicked we're like, dude, it'd be so funny if it was like The Hangover. So we rent this obnoxious car. We're in South Beach. We're doing, and mind you, like keep in mind, this is all for a listing video.
Yes.
Like we're just having fun, just doing fun shit. Like I don't care how I look. I don't care what people think about me. I'm not worried about like, is my shirt right? Is my this, my that? Like I'm not doing any of that, dude. I'm just doing fun shit that I think is creative and fun and I like, and it makes me happy. Good. Anyway, so we're driving this obnoxious car down South Beach, all this stuff, and the video basically is like, okay, the shot where the iconic like next day from The Hangover, they wake up in the morning and it's like Stu's like looking around. But my partner Brandon was actually at the property. He's at the tree farm.
Nice.
And he calls and he's like, dude, where are you at? Like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm in Miami. And he's like, you're in the wrong part of Miami. And so, dude, like you said, marketing, like, okay, I get in this obnoxious, dumb car and I drive this car to the right part of Miami. Google comes up, shows the address, shows all the, it's like hitting all the imagery. Perfect. And then boom, we're in the property and it's like not the real Miami, right? Yeah. And we ended up selling that house.
No way.
The two people, like two other realtors over the course of a year, we ended up selling it in like less than 30 days.
How many acres?
It was like 7.5 acres.
That might as well be
multi-million-dollar.
Might be $100 in Miami.
Multi-million-dollar property and sold in less than 30 days. And I attribute that largely to like how we did shit, man. We just like, especially down there, dude. It's like brokers, wine and cheese open and like this and that and all this stuff. And I'm like, dude, I can't do that shit, man. No. I can't do it, dude.
The best part about that video marketing is that video is a little salesperson that is working for you while you're at dinner, while you're in bed, while you're with your kids. That's right. That thing's just constantly playing. Now, they're not cheap and it's not easy.
Nope.
Bro, let me tell you what, the few content I've filmed, it's hard.
Yep.
Will Ferrell, I don't know what to do with my hands.
Dude,
I'm slipping over my words,
Yeah.
That's tough, bro.
It is hard, and you know what? It's an event. Like you got to do some shit, and it's annoying.
You got to get reps. It's a game of reps.
Listen,
right?
If you have not rented an exotic car in South Beach, that shit is annoying. Like I gotta go to like Bayshore and pull up at this like hotel with the thing, the driveway's like this, and you gotta drive. I gotta get in this dumb Lamborghini that I do not fit in.
And they all know what you're doing.
Yeah, they're like,
they know you're renting.
Freaking idiot.
They know you're renting.
Yeah, and I gotta pull out of this thing, and I'm just like, please God, don't let me wreck this car. Yeah. My feet, dude. Like, if you haven't seen the video, I'll show it to you. But like, there's a part of the video where I'm getting in the car, just getting in, and it's a Lambo, right? So it's like that tall.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I'm like, dude, I am tearing every tendon in my legs just to
This is the guy who drives an F-250. Yeah, real man.
Diesel. Yeah. Dude, I'm getting in this thing and it's like one day, like, I'm not even trying to look as obnoxious as it is obscene me trying to get in this car. And there's another scene where I'm driving, I'm hauling ass, getting to this property. I'm probably doing I'm doing some illegal shit on the highway. And
that thing got up and go.
Yeah. Oh, dude, my head is over the convertible. Yes. Like, it's over the convertible. It's so obnoxious, man. Those things I don't ridiculous.
Like. That's a look at me car. I'm not a look at me kind of guy.
Nope.
I drive a white F-150. I blend in. I don't want people looking at me, bro. I don't want the eyes. I'm undercover brother.
That's what I was talking about earlier too, and that's part of the conundrum of being in this business of being seen, right?
Bro, I've seen some realtors. They drive all the fancy cars.
You're in the business of being seen, and I show up to houses in cowboy boots and a hat and my dirty truck, and I'm just like, man,
that'd be my guy though,
right? That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I got a question.
I find the people that want to work with me. There you go.
Do you put your face on the sign?
What sign?
The sign out front, the for sale sign.
Oh yeah,
that's a thing. It makes me laugh. It's
the sign is
the pictures. They all have their face on the sign.
Dude,
that's new, right? Because when I was a kid, that wasn't. It was.
I have my face. I don't necessarily agree with it. I don't think it does anything. If anything, like I saw like people on bus seat, like a realtor lady on a bus bench when I was driving down the road the other day, and people were putting googly eyes on their face.
Oh no. You can't defend that either. Dude, you just got to take it.
Poor Carol or whatever has got googly eyes.
Hard. She's saved up for that bench.
She's trying so hard.
So I've studied this. Is it the likability factor that somebody sees your face on a sign and goes, I like that guy and I like that house, so maybe I'll make a call?
I don't know, man. I don't know why anybody would look at my face and be like, I'm going to buy this house.
But yeah, you put your face on the sign.
Right? I don't know. It's just the face on the sign thing.
I think you have to do it now.
I guess so. Yeah.
Everybody.
I feel like real estate, this is going to be a really unpopular take. I'm probably going to cancel for this, but Real estate for me is such a popularity contest.
Yeah,
it's what it
it's
feels
your network.
like.
You have to have a network.
It's what it feels like, man. There's just this whole popularity contest part of it where it's like you're clawing and scratching to just be in front of the other person. And to me, like internally, like who I am as a person, that's really weird, dude. Like
how many realtors are in our area?
6,000.
How many houses are up for sale?
More than that. But
okay.
the thing is, the thing about it, dude, is there's 6,000 something realtors in our area, and like 8% are doing all the business. That's the thing about it.
Par for every industry.
Sure.
You know,
there is like, you know, you've got like the top like 3% or whatever, where they're doing like 90%.
If you were to study that top and that bottom, what's the biggest differentiators?
Consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency. It's like finding a thing. Like you got to find a niche, and you just got to like cultivate that niche. Like that's the like being in real estate as long as I've been now, it's like I've just cultivated the thing. Like I'm, you know, you don't want to get pigeonholed, but it's also like, you know, there are some people that, like I said, they're really good about just like finding an area and just like nurturing that area. Right. Like I'm gonna go knock on your door and drop something off, and they know, oh, that's ex realtor, man. That like he has a foothold on this area or whatever. And there's a lot of that stuff where people try to like hyper focus on stuff. And you just find what you're good at. And
what
for
about
me,
the open houses? You do a lot of open houses?
Hell no, dude.
I go into every open house in my neighborhood. I'm like, this is the one chance I get to go into this house
just
in my
snoop on
neighborhood.
people?
I'm like, what's going on here? Like, mud. This bathroom's terrible.
Dude, if you're buying cookies for people at an open house, man, I don't know, dude. I get pit like
you get leads from there though, right?
You do.
Like,
no,
so a
100%.
neighbor comes in,
100%.
well, I've been thinking about selling my house.
No.
So I imagine that's a lead gen.
It is absolutely, and I'm a lazy. I'm lazy in that way.
Saturdays.
Yeah, you know, there's this whole priority thing too, where you're like, dude, I'm not missing any more football games. I got out of a business to not miss shit, and I'll be damned if I'm gonna be, you know what I mean? I'm checking out certain times, and that's not to say I don't do good business. It's just like it's how I target. So I have people that I work with that love to do open houses. That's what they want to do. That's their thing.
I would like it. Small talk, get to meet people.
Yeah, and I feel like open house is probably something I'd probably be good at, because I'm not scared to meet new people.
No.
I'm not afraid. We can shoot the shit.
That's
like
right.
I could do.
I'll find common ground.
Yeah, but it's just it's the time for me. It's like valuing the time. Like for me, it's more valuable doing stuff for you here, and then I can get the people that I know and trust that'll do it the right way. They'll go do the
charcuterie board.
That's right. You gotta have people.
Put the signs out,
dude. Listen, my dumb face is on every listing sign, but behind that dumb sign is like 5 other people that help me sell that thing.
That's good. Shout out to the other people.
You know what I'm saying? That's a reality. That's just the truth, man. And you got these teams and these killers, these people out here that make all this money, and they got a team of 10 people that are just racking it for them. So it's like, what are you? Are you the racking it for them guy, or are you the racking guy?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I just want to be the guy that comes in and goes, yeah, cash. I'll buy this house. Cash.
That's the guy you want to be, dude. That's the guy you want to be.
Okay,
because
you're
you're
how
not.
Much you looking to finance? Are you approved for finance? I got the money in the bank.
That's right. You're not going, I'm waiting for rates to go down. What did Jerome Powell say today? Like, nobody cares, dude. I got this property. Here it is. This is in my portfolio. Like, whatever.
Correct.
Like, call me when
I liquidated some assets.
Call me when it's closed. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care. I'm gonna go back to my freaking farm. You know.
And you can't be that way if you're always being a slave to the lender.
That's right.
You know, these interest rates, man, they get you.
Dude.
What's in your wallet?
I don't know how people do it these days. Like, I just don't know how people do it these days without any equity or without like the income and where people do it, man. It's just like I have my own thoughts about things, and I try not to let that affect my business, you know. But I'm always honest with people, like the people that I work. And again, it's like you have people that probably hear what I say and they're like, oh, fuck that guy. Like, can't work with that. I want somebody to tell me the things that I want to hear.
Right.
I'm not going to tell you the things that you want to hear. I'm going to tell you the truth. And if you like the truth, then work with me. And
truth
if you
hurts.
Don't, sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. And if you don't like it, then there's 5,500 other
Correct.
people that will tell you whatever you want to hear.
Correct.
Right?
But you'll sniff out that desperation.
Dude,
you know those hungry realtors that or even hungry salesperson, at all like that, that is a stench that you cannot get past if you're desperate. Like, I have to sell this house to make my nut.
Dude, it's a parable for all of sales and whatever. It's like, dude, like, just like, do you remember like the, I don't know if this is still like a thing, but like the solar, like people that knock on the door. Is that still a thing?
Oh yeah. That's tough, bro. So when they come to my house, I'm not a jerk. I go, hey man, I'm in sales. We're all in sales. I get it. You're doing hard work. Keep it up. I'm just not interested.
Right.
And that typically shuts them down. Like, oh man, thank you. Because they're so used to getting the door slammed, piss off.
Yeah.
Like, man, it's still a human being.
100%.
100%.
And they're trying to crack it just like you are, and I don't know, man. People, I don't want to pigeonhole people because I don't think that's fair.
No, it's not.
There are certain people that just are just good with like, all right, I'm going to wake up in the day. I'm going to go to my thing. I'm going to do this thing. I'm going to collect my check. I'm going to, small talk at the water cooler.
Yeah. How about
whatever
that sports
it is.
team?
Can't wait for the Christmas party this year. Oh, Sharon's going to take her shirt off again, hopefully, or whatever,
So somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
Office Space, dude. It is.
I've been there. I lived that corporate life, bro.
Oh,
it's brutal. I remember sitting in boardrooms, table just like this, sitting across from people, and I'm just thinking the worst thoughts about them. Like, I would never hang out with you outside of this. I can't stand you. I want out.
That's tough.
It's brutal, bro.
That's tough.
And then the travel. Yeah, I traveled a lot.
Yeah.
That sucked.
Yeah, you're away.
I was away. I missed a lot of the kids' childhood.
It's tough.
Chasing airplanes. And it sucked.
Yeah.
And you can't get that time back.
You can't. And dude.
That's where I pivoted. Just like you talked earlier, you got to pivot.
That's right.
If you're in that job, if you're selling solar and you're listening to this and you hate
I don't know if I have any solar sales.
No, you might. There's one guy that's going, oh, man.
Dude, pivot.
I know you got to pivot. But there's these influencers, that one douchebag with that tight black shirt. You know who he is. Everybody knows who he is. He's always, sale. And it's just not. You want to create value and fall in love with your customer's problem, not your solution.
That's right.
That's key. Like, I'm sure in real estate, this may not be your house. So I'm not going to let you fall in love with this house. I want you to find the thing that you really want. Yeah,
man. All joking aside, I mean, that's definitely it. Like, listen, my goal at the end of the day is to help you get where you want to go.
Right.
Not me. I'm trying to help you get where you want to go. And I'm going to do that by giving you the facts and the truth. The facts about this. It's a learning curve.
You don't want to take that on by yourself.
Absolutely. And you know what happens is, like, because there are so many people in the business that really they're getting into real estate because, like, let's be honest, like, you don't need a master's degree to be a realtor, right? So, like, people are getting in this business. And they're going, all right, like, somebody told me I'm going to make a hell of a lot of money doing this thing. And then it's like, here I go. And like you said, the desperation, that's a great word for it. They get desperate. And when you're desperate, you'll do some things. You'll do some shit that you might not necessarily,
You're going to tell that person what they want to hear.
You're going to say some things. You're going to do some things, to get on the other side of that. And I think that's where it comes from. And you're talking about, like, for me, like, in my mind, in my business, the way I approach is like, I'm okay with you walking away from this thing if it benefits you.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct.
I'm gonna be.
That means more.
Yes.
You just earned a whole bunch of credibility.
Yeah.
I know you didn't put yourself first. You put me first as the customer.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you go to hopefully get to something better. And ultimately it's your decision. Same with selling a house, dude. Yeah. When you get like multiple offers on a house and you're on the other side of it and these people are going, oh, well, this is more money and this is more this and that. But here's the contingencies attached to it. And you walk them through all that and you just lay it out. Here's all the information. Here's where you can go. You make the decision.
Correct.
Would you like my opinion? That's what I say. That's the freaking hardest thing to teach, but the easiest thing to do. Would you care to know what I think about that? Right. Some people say no. All right.
Yeah, because you got to navigate their emotions. For you,
that's right.
It's another transaction.
That's right.
You sold 100 of these. Right? Yeah. It's no big deal. But for them, this is a new home. This is an investment property. I'm selling my grandma's house.
That's right.
so there's emotional ties, and you got to be cognizant of that, I'm sure.
100%. You got to be emotional. You got to be emotionally absent of. You got to take that part of that, and you got to be more like intelligently like, okay,
right. Acknowledge the feelings.
Right.
I think that's important. Right. But then black and white. This is what's going to happen. You're going to need a new septic tank.
Yeah.
That's going to suck.
Dude, everybody's
the septic tanks, bro.
Septic tanks in Florida.
It sucks to spend that much money and not like pimp your house out. Like I'm not getting new windows or mama's not getting a new bathroom. Right. I'm just now able to flush with confidence.
I've got a bunch of shit in my yard and I don't know what to do with it, man.
It's the worst, bro. Oh, the septic tank, the roof, the water, water damage.
Nobody wants to replace the copper wiring.
Oh, the cast iron.
The cast iron plumbing. Dude, I had that happen in my house in Rockledge.
Did you really?
Oh yeah. We flooded our whole entire kitchen.
We got so many houses here, it's like 1963, 1964 space race. Here in the Space Coast, when Tom Hanks was flying to the moon, it was kind of a big deal. Like houses and everything was going. We didn't go to the moon, by the way. I'm sorry,
dude. I'm so
not go to the moon. I'm out. It sucked because I grew up here, Space Coast. I'm like, this is the greatest thing ever. Where's the moon,
dude? We didn't go to the moon. I worked at NASA. We did not go. to the moon.
250,000 miles away. Like, you know how much work it took for Artemis? There's nothing in it.
Dude, we're canceled. I'm canceled again. We just lost all the space.
No. Well, I mean, I've talked to some people that say, like, no, we did, Van Nuys radiation belt. How is that a thing? And the cameras.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of questions.
There's a lot of questions, a lot of unanswers. Buzz Aldrin would punch you in the face if you said that we didn't go to the moon. You remember that guy? Did you ever see that? By the way, Buzz Aldrin is a badass. I don't know. Right. He's like 107 and
Corvette crazy.
Yeah, still doing push-ups and pull-ups.
Right.
He's just a bad. He's like, you had to be a badass because in them days, and again, not taking anything away from them guys, I've met a bunch of astronauts. Having the privilege of being a fireman out there, my firehouse was right at the SLF, so it was like right at the landing. So the guys would fly the T-38s in from Texas, and they get off the road and they're just doing
they're so cool.
Top Gun. Dude, they're so cool. Dude, cigarette, or the
the jet fighter pilot.
Yeah, dude, badass.
You're the best.
And those guys, that's cool. And so you talk to some of these astronauts, man, and we're sitting at a table like this talking, and they're going, we're in the astronaut program and this and that. And we're like, so where does one come from to fly the space shuttle or whatever? And they're like, we were test flying F-18s out off of like an aircraft carrier in like Taiwan or something. And I'm like, test flying off of an aircraft carrier? Like the balls you had to have to do, whatever, and then strap yourself to a giant bomb and just hope that shit doesn't blow up. Like, dude,
no,
you know what I mean?
No,
you know what I mean?
Space cowboys, bro,
dude. And so like, I totally get where those guys right there, especially from that generation, like, I'm going to punch you in your face if you say this, but yeah, I don't know.
I got some questions.
No, 100%. That's fair.
And I don't want to take away from the feat. Like, if we didn't go to the moon, but we pulled off that lie, that's still a pretty big feat.
Dude, either way.
Like that's more impressive than actually going to the moon. You convince an entire world.
So the awesome thing about that, man, is like I actually sat in a meeting where I love Buzz Aldrin. Like I've read his book. He's got a couple books. He's a fascinating dude, super smart, but like badass. Like he's a whiskey drinking cowboy kind of guy, right? And he's sitting with at the time the president of NASA. And they were going through, it was back when Orion was like a new thing. Yep. They were kind of like going through the preliminary, and they were making the capsule and all that kind of stuff. And so Buzz was there and they took him through the clean room and showed him all the stuff. And then they had like a sit down. And it's all these like media and engineers and all these people, and the president of NASA, and Buzz Aldrin, and then the other guy was the pilot from the Apollo 13. It was not
Tom Hanks,
not Tom Hanks, but it was the other Jim Lovell, maybe one of those guys. I don't remember. I'm sorry, but those three were like at a round table and they were talking, and so the president of NASA asks Buzz, what do you think about Orion or whatever and this and that, the program or whatever? And he's like, oh, that's not gonna fly. Just like
he
that.
He said that?
Dude, at the table. And I'm telling you, Chad, listen to me.
Crushed every.
You could have heard a
never invited
fart.
again.
You could have heard a fart in church, like from a field mouse in that room. All these engineers and like what, you know,
they're pouring their heart and soul into this program.
Dude, he goes, oh, it's not going to work. It's too heavy. It's just not going to work. Just like that. And the president casually, like he freaking knew he was going to say, he goes, now Buzz.
Oh no.
Now Buzz calmed. Oh, he old manned him, dude.
That sucks.
That was a real thing that I witnessed. And like, dude,
you're hitting your buddy's side. Like, oh my goodness.
Oh my God, dude, Buzz is going to punch him in the face. Like we were hoping and praying for it, but yeah, there's NASA, man, government contracting in general. You know this as a military guy.
Oh, yeah. You know, NASA, it's weird because obviously we know a lot of people that work in NASA.
Sure.
And comparatively now to this Elon Musk world where, you know, NASA is like failure's not an option. We've seen that bumper sticker, you know, failure can't fail. Where on Elon's like, oh, we embrace that failure. Boom. Good. We got data and we're going to improve. And I think the difference is government dollars versus capitalism.
Yeah,
because if they fail, then government Senate's gonna go, yeah, you're not getting any more money.
Right.
Big difference,
dude, for sure. And also like the massive oversight, overspending on egregious things. Like that was the space shuttle program, right? That
100%.
was that in a nutshell. It was just like, dude, it cost way too much, and it was just not feasible to sustain that because the
tax dollars, man,
dude,
endless dollars,
right?
It's not a business.
It's not. And
if that was a business, it would fail.
Crazy stories about NASA and Kennedy Space Center. I mean, like my grandfather, he was part of Patrick Air Force Base and worked like with them and stuff. And so they had, he was telling us a story back then when he was at Kennedy, and they had, they were doing like copper, it was like copper phone lines or something along those lines, where it was like those big, you know, those big rolls of like copper, like the big, like massive rolls, dude, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars, like on a roll, on a big wood roll. Right. And so they have all these rolls. I guess they're getting ready to lay these lines, and there's a hurricane coming. I forget the year it was, but there's a hurricane coming, and NASA's genius idea with this stuff, like, let's not put it in a building. You know what they do? They say, bury it. Bury these rolls.
That's how they got rid of a lot of stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why we all got cancer.
Dude, no, it's true. They say
South
bury
Patrick.
It. Yeah, they say bury it, and they buried these giant rolls of copper out there. And he's like, I could tell you where they are. There's probably worth $100,000 worth of copper out there. And it's like, but that's the decision. That's the genius. That's the people in charge of us, in charge of our government or whatever, that are making the big decisions with our tax dollars. They're like, bury that shit. Don't put it in a room where it'll be okay, and then the hurricane will go away and we'll pull that shit out and use it. No, we're going to bury it in the ground and then forget about it.
And guess what? That guy never got fired.
Never.
That's the joke. You get a government job, you can't get fired. That's the main problem. Dude. If I did a dumb decision like that at a business, you cost us how much? We wish you the best on your future endeavors.
100%.
You're gone.
100%.
Government, it's like a joke. That's why Doge did what it did. It was like a kind of a purging. They needed to be gut checked.
100%. And it's like you pierce the veil a little bit, you pull it back. It's like the Wizard of Oz, right? Oh, yeah. You see that? And I think it was too gross, man. That's what I think. I think, that yes. I think that it's too gross. I think that, dude, listen, man.
He didn't want to fall. He knew he was going to fail, and he didn't want his name on it.
I think that a majority of people are too busy and too wrapped up in their own shit to acknowledge the fact that our government does not give a shit about us. That's what I think. I think that a lot of people are just like, man, I got bills to pay. I got to get my kids to school. I got to, you know what I mean? I'm trying not to get involved in a mass shooting somewhere. Like I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to like protect my thing and also have some semblance of normalcy. Like, can I just take my kids to football practice without dealing with another like mass shooter or whatever it is? You know what I mean? I think like that, the whole Wizard of Oz, I just think it's too big for most people, man. And I'm not trying to insult people's intelligence. I just think that, like, it's like sometimes when I have conversations with my wife about this stuff and I love her to death, but she's like I got to change diapers and be a nurse. Like, I don't care. I don't care. Yeah. I don't care that Trump did this or that, you know, like the all the people are moving to Minnesota and like, I don't care about that. But me, I'm like, so it'll keep my head off the pillow.
You got to purge, man. Like I admitted current events junkie.
Yeah.
My worst fear was somebody came, did you hear what happened? I used to be like that. Now I'm like, man, it's all worldly stuff. I don't care.
Yeah.
Going back to Stoic philosophy, like
sure.
I can't control that. So I'm not going to allow it to affect me. All I can control are my actions and my reactions and my family.
100%, man. You got to take the good with the bad, and you got to take that information and process it and go, okay, like, does this affect me? Does it not affect me?
Correct.
And
now,
then
Ron DeSantis saying that he's going to eliminate taxes on homes.
Daddy D.
Let's go.
Shout out Daddy D.
If you think he can pull that off?
He can pull that off about as much as we're going to get more than 3 snapper days in the Atlantic.
What would that do for the real estate market? You think we got some Yankees now, boy?
Oh, man.
They're going to come down here, pay off house, no taxes.
No tax. Man, that's awesome. But also, I want to see Ron DeSantis survive it. That's the thing. Like, I think there's some people out there that really don't want to see that succeed.
Yeah. Because you take away that revenue and people's jobs are going to get cut.
You know what I'm saying? And education, and you're talking about infrastructure.
But let's be honest. How many houses are actually paid for?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's probably single digit.
Yeah.
You know, in this area, I guarantee there's... I want that, bro. I want my house paid for, bro.
Right? Like, where did we change? So what happened? Like, you're a history guy as much as I am. Yeah. Where did it change, man? Where it was like you bought the land and you built the house. Correct. And it was like the thing you did. And like my grandparents, dude, they bought their house in the 60s in Satellite Beach, and they had that thing all the way until grandma died. Yep. Like, they had it, and it was like people the thought of moving or going somewhere.
The grass is greener.
You think it's a people problem?
Oh, everything comes down to we live in a fallen world. People want more.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know. I've been blessed that when I bought my house, it was my forever home.
Yeah.
You know, so like I don't desire to go anywhere else. We got some piece of property, you know, we got a couple acres, and it's great.
Yeah, just for the record, Chad's a rancher. He's a rancher. He's like Yellowstone. Like, you ever seen that show? He gets up and he's got to like shoot wolves and.
To clarify that, okay, because I'm not stolen valor here. I have a golden retriever, my prized possession. My wife has a French bulldog. She's got a flock of chickens. Okay. And let me tell you what, Florida men out there, the chickens are a slippery slope.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Because then that expanded. We need more chickens. And now we have donkeys.
We
got donks.
Dude, I love that.
Awesome.
You got a bunch of ass running around.
Bring the kids. They're like a perfect combination of horses and dogs.
Donkeys.
Miniature donkeys.
They're actually legitimately really smart.
Very. Yeah, it's
really intelligent
animal. They can
animal.
hear for 60 miles. Like, if you read the facts about donkeys, they're pretty cool.
You ever try to ride them?
I put weight on them. They're not big enough to bear my weight.
Okay.
But, I got to kind of get them used to it, maybe one day.
Little bucking donkey, dude.
Yeah.
I love that.
Sick.
Yeah, man. Dude, there's something about that. You wake up in the morning, you go out to the back, and sun's coming up, and you're like, you hear the chickens, and you got the coffee.
I want cattle's next.
Yeah, I go out my back door, and I see like 6 neighbors, and that shit just makes me sad, dude. It's just like there's something about that. There's a freedom in that, man. You gotta just do that right there. You gotta be able to have the space to do that when people are living on top of each other.
100%.
It's weird.
Those developers, man, they crunch
weird.
The numbers, price per acre.
It's weird, and it's like, it's not, to me, it just doesn't feel normal. No. Like, you gotta have some space, dude. There's just like, I want to believe that where I live, like, you're a rancher. I live in Smallville. Like, I live in a bubble, where it's
quarter acre?
Quarter acre.
Yeah.
And you know what? You're like I said, in my community, it's like a golf cart everywhere community. Not the villages. Shout out villages. They get down in the villages. Like, them folks there.
That's 0.18 acres. Man. They are crammed in there.
They're crammed in there, and they are partying hard.
But if you got good neighbors, though, it's not bad, right?
They're one right on top of each other. It depends on what color loofah you got. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing.
We don't get down like that, but
you got golf carts. You're next. You're one generation away. Let's not kid ourselves.
Oh man, I don't know. Are we like we gotta identify the loofahs? We're probably we're whatever loofah is like. I don't want to swing.
No, the Vieira stereotypes are great.
They are
golf carts. That's the key.
That's
a lot of golden doodles.
Golden doodles everywhere, man.
They love the doodle.
I don't. You know, my wife told me it's because they're hypoallergenic.
They still shed.
Come on, man.
That's not a purebred.
That's not real.
Get yourself a purebred golden. You'll be the happiest you've ever been.
That's right. That's a patriotic. That's like as patriotic as apple pie, dude.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah. It's temporary, man. We, it's like it's hard when these master plan communities. It's like, dude, all the amenities and things that they offer, like the best schools and the best this and the best that. Like while my kids are young, I'm like, man, that's tough. I want to be in it, but also I have a longing, like a longing to be out there.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, everybody. It's primal.
Is that everybody?
I think it's every real man, for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have a piece of land. It's the American dream.
I think so.
I
think so. Like you said, you get up and you're like, man, it's a lot of work. Yeah,
it is.
It is a lot of work.
It is because you see like that coffee morning, fog on the lake and stuff, and ducks flying over. I need to mow. I got to do that. I got to trim them cattails. I got this. I got that. So I'm learning to let that go and just breathe it in. And count my blessings, but it keeps me busy.
But that's, in my opinion, that's like multi-generational.
Oh, 100%. I'm going to sell this house to whichever kid loves me the most. and me and my wife are going to build right next door.
There you go. You're going to have to kick us out kicking and screaming. That's how, that's how my mom's family grew up. We had a horse farm in Williston.
Oh.
Yeah.
I know Williston.
Yeah, dude.
Really?
Yeah, Williston.
Dude,
yeah.
I almost died at Blue Devil.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, yeah. Bad.
All right, I'm in. Tell me about it.
Dude, went scuba diving with my buddy Justin, who has your same birthday.
Yeah.
Remember we went fishing with him?
I do remember. Justin's awesome.
Tyler
Shout out
Childress.
Justin. Yep.
Great, bro.
That's right. Love Justin.
And I haven't told this story. We went scuba diving. I had been partying the night before, admittedly.
Mm-hmm.
And so he brought some borrowed gear. I scuba dove many a times, a couple hundred dives under my belt. And we go down, admittedly, probably a little hungover. We go down, and there's nothing in a cave. There's nothing. There's no wildlife. You're in a tunnel. You're risking it for nothing. And I start taking on water, and I'm like, something's not right,
dude. Like in your mask,
in my mouth, in my yes.
Oh, in your yeah.
My respirator,
in your respirator. Yep.
And so,
oh shit.
I'm like, this is bad. Now it is fresh water. It's not salt water, so it wasn't as bad. But I'm like, this ain't right. And then all of a sudden, I just start seeing my kids before my eyes, my death,
dude.
And then I thought about like when they say when you die in a cave, the last thing you see is your fingernails coming off because you try and claw your way out.
Oh my god!
So all these thoughts are going through my mind on this borrowed equipment gear. I grab Justin's fin. He turns around. I'm like, I'm up.
Yeah.
Looking back, if I would have grabbed my secondary and threw it in, I could have been a little better off. But at that time, I was like,
panic.
Fight or flight.
Yep.
And I got to get up. And I was in the right state of mind. I've been a while since I dove. And go up, bro. And come to find out, we looked at the mouthpiece, and it had a hairline fracture in the mouthpiece when I started. And so under pressure, it just expanded. And I'm drinking water. And like it's going from, half water, half air, and that ratio is not going in my favor. I'm like, this is bad. And I look at the depth, and I'm like, oh boy, we gotta go.
Yeah,
it was bad,
dude. Holy shit,
it's tragic, man.
That cave diving.
Diving's it's not worth it.
Why are you doing that?
No,
why are you doing that?
I don't know.
That's not right.
Dumb.
Don't do that, dude.
Don't do this. We don't do those things.
It's like jumping out of a plane without a parachute, man. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Why would you jump out of a plane?
To be old and wise, you must first be young and dumb.
That's right. The cave diving thing, that is absolutely horrifying. Like to think about.
And what are you going down for?
You get in a cave and listen, your visibility is like, you just kick up a little bit, like
shot.
You got nothing.
Shot.
That is insane to me. And also
cliff diving. No, that's cool.
Being a big cat, you gotta avoid stuff like that, dude. You gotta avoid tight holes. You know what I mean. Like,
let that one ride. No, the cliff diving, that's cool. I would jump off a cliff.
You would jump off a cliff.
Yeah.
See, same thing. You're a big cat, man. I got more mass. I got more inertia. You know what I'm saying?
Jackknife.
Dude, you got to put the toes pointed. You got to get the whole
clench the butthole.
You absolutely got to clench the butthole. Dude, you're going to get that enema if you don't, for sure. No, I'll jump off a cliff. That'd be cool. But like, I feel like there's probably a height restriction to that.
Yeah, I think probably 20, 30 feet. Yeah, I think you can do 30 feet.
Probably do 30 feet.
They say to look out, don't look down.
So what's it with the deal where like I watch those Red Bull videos and they make my palms sweat where they're like 25 meters? You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. They're like, they got the GoPro and they're looking down their toesies.
They throw something now.
Yeah.
That's the new thing.
Yeah, what is that?
Is it a rock? I think it's probably
You think it's a mental thing?
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was like they're trying to disrupt the surface of the water. Did you like? Is there anything to that?
Science? No,
there's no science.
So. I think you hit that water regardless if it's a ripple or not.
I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, oh, they're throwing the bag to disrupt the surface because I'm stupid. So they either disrupt the surface of the water.
Or maybe it's just their stuff, you know.
Well, yeah, because the thing is, like, you see them high dives or whatever, they got that like that water, that motion coming out, like that extra water. I didn't know if there was something to that or not.
I always wanted to do a gainer. I had a buddy who could do a gainer in high school.
Gainers are so cool.
Man.
Yeah,
gainers are the best.
If you did gainers, you're a badass.
You're so cool.
If
like
you
your whole
flip,
life could be in shambles, but if you can do a gainer, you're the man.
Dude, you're a total piece of shit. You got you're just
support,
you got child support.
Delinquent.
Total delinquent. You've been arrested 27 times, and that's always the guy that could do it too. Why was he the most athletic? Why could he do the gainer? And all the people are like, that dude rules, and you're just sitting back like, dude, I pay my bills.
Yeah.
I rule too.
I tried it once. I had this opportunity. We were on a cruise and they had a diving board. And I'm like, this is it, Chad. You see, okay, knees to chest. All right,
oh my God.
Knees to chest, bro. I fell backwards on my back. I'm like, I can't hit my shot. We're failing forward, as they say.
That's right. That's a life lesson.
Yeah.
And you did it on a cruise.
Yeah, that's why nobody could really know who I was.
I was going to say, was it in a bunch of front of people?
No, I mean, there was people, but...
they're all like, oh, look at that guy, he's drunk. Or something. No. Like, they just hated on you immediately.
I think I told everybody, like, I'm going to try a gainer. You know? They're like, yeah.
Yeah, of course they were. That's like me getting in a booty dancing contest. Like, I'm like...
You can't twerk?
No, I can twerk.
I like a big guy that can move.
I can twerk, dog.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, that's good.
I can move a little bit now. I like surprising people at weddings.
Oh, that's the best.
You know what I mean?
I wish I could dance.
Dude,
I see people at weddings and I'm just like, man.
I like surprising people at weddings. You're all dressed up, everybody's acting prim and proper, and then you hear that first like burp, 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 burp.
Dude, they're pop locking.
Dude, burp, 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 burp. You hear that and you're like, oh shit.
I love weddings.
Dude, weddings are so fun.
We used to go to weddings, you know, I think that's every early marriage. All your friends are getting married.
Sure.
So you go to weddings all the time. Now
not so much, man.
No.
Yeah.
Pretty soon we're all gonna be going to funerals.
All like not all my friends, but then it's like divorces. You're like,
yeah. Well,
happy
year 7,
divorce.
Year 7, that was a thing for us. We saw that wave.
Yeah.
My dad said at year 18, 19, when kids leave, there's gonna be another wave of divorces among you.
Man, I feel like, and I'm going to be just really transparent here, I think that the business of raising kids is really hard, man.
It is.
I think it's really hard on people, and I think you lose yourself and your spouse a little bit when you it's like a really lonely time. That's how we experience it. Like you guys are blessed to have a really cool friend group and all that kind of stuff, and we've never really when I was in the fire department, we had like a really tight friend group like that and all that kind of stuff. And I think that like now our kids are kind of getting the age where they require like Nick's like my son is 5, my daughter's 18, 19 months. I got a 10-year-old. Like they require so much of you at this age, and you want to do it. You're like, I want to be there. I want to be there for everything. I want to give you everything and more. You know what I mean? It's just like that's what good parents do, and it's a lonely time, man, because you're sacrificing a lot of yourself and a lot of your spouse, a lot of your marriage and all that. And I think there's the doors open there for people to like fill that void or that space with
infidelity,
other shit.
Whoa.
Not even infidelity, just whatever. Just like time. You know what I mean? It's not always cheating. It's like, like maybe my time is over here. Like, dude, I got guys that go golfing all the time. They're just like, they golf.
You golf?
Dude, I dabble.
I did. I'm out.
No?
It's 4 hours.
It's a lot of time.
And then it's all surrounding drinking. I don't drink anymore, so it's not as fun. You know, and it's expensive. And I'm like, I think in the back of my mind, I'm like, do you know the things I could be doing with my kids, my family?
Right. I dabble, but the thing is like my personality doesn't allow, like I can't get super into it because I'm obsessive.
Yeah.
It's like I want to be really good at this.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? And so I want to be really good at it, and I don't have the time or the effort or the money to put towards.
No. You got to be
being
playing,
really good at that.
When I was corporate world, we played a lot.
Yeah.
For the business.
Yeah.
You know? Like, so if I would play 2 rounds a week, I got good.
Yeah.
You know, like if you're at least playing twice a week, you got good.
Yeah.
If you're the weekend guy once a month, you're hacking it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It sucks.
And you got to be, that's the other thing. It's like I'm deeply competitive, and it's you got to be okay with sucking.
Oh yeah.
You got to be okay with sucking. You got to be able to take a shitty shot and just walk away.
The years.
Yeah.
You got to be okay. And then letting it go.
Yeah.
Because that's life.
That's right.
Sometimes you're going to suck. You got to move on. You can't let that hold you back.
That's right. That's right. And yeah, man, and it's just you're finding time, and it's like time suckers, right? That was the thing about fishing. Like, dude, you want to talk about time? Like, you're going away for a really long time, and you're coming back, and your kids look different.
Boat.
Yeah, your kids look different. You got a whole new family. Like, it's just like it's all different, and you got to be okay with that. And it's so much time. And dude, that's what I'm saying. It's like, you know, this time in my life, it feels a lot like, okay, you know what it obviously not to take away, you still got to be yourself and be a person, right? But it's like my priority, my first, second, and third priority is and will always be the growth and excellence of my children. I feel like there is no more important mission in my life right now than to do that. And I think my wife and I are on the same page, but with that comes the burden of like I said, it's a little lonely, man. We miss Taco Tuesdays with the friends, and
but kids get you out of a lot of things.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Hey, you guys want to come? No, sorry. Kids are sick. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. You know? Oh, I love it. My thing is, so funny, I had a mentor tell me this, and he's like, you have to put your marriage above your kids.
Yeah.
Because guess what? You're going to be married 60 plus years if God allows. Your kids are only here for 20 years. Yeah. So you better invest in that long fruit, because that's the second wave of divorces. After year 7, then year 18, 20 comes. Those kids are gone. And then the married couples look at each other and they're like, I don't like you. Who are you? You know, or we were just keeping it together for the kids. So I want to invest in my marriage so that when my kids are gone, me and her are going buck wild.
You know what I'm saying?
Tangled up.
Buck wild. I love that.
In the living room.
No blankets.
And the house stays clean. No. It's going to be awesome.
Dude, a clean house, man. What's that like?
It's going to be quiet and sad.
Yeah.
You got to think about that.
Dude.
They'll be gone.
Super funny thing. Like, so we were at my grandpa's 90th birthday.
That's incredible.
2 days ago.
Good genes.
Good genes, man. And we were out at Mexican. We were getting Mexican, which is, dude, I
love Mexican.
Mexican's a fun time.
It's a dining experience.
It's a fun time. You go to a Mexican
wear the
restaurant.
sombrero?
Yeah. Oh, dude, you're doing the whole thing. It's a fun margaritas. You just go. You got
Mambas.
The thing. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
Music's on. We do Fiesta Azteca.
Yeah, classic.
Yeah, it's a
El
local.
Charros. El Charros is good.
Yeah, it's good, man. But I ain't found a Mexican restaurant I don't like. You found one you don't like?
No.
You run into like some bad Mexican?
No. This new one's great in Rockledge.
Yep.
Shout out to Tequila and Dazul or Tequila something.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, man. We got here and we got Margarita Island. Love. Good stuff.
How is that?
Really good, man.
And good service too, right?
Super good. Their food they make actually all from scratch. Nice. I know that for a fact. They make all their food from scratch. They have some really cool, like, unique stuff. It's like a new take on some of the old dishes. You know what I mean? Really fun atmosphere. Cool spot to go. Love that place.
You go corn or flour tortilla?
I'm a corn guy.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm one of them. I'm not so much of a gringo, you know. They're like, "You want the flour?" You know, like looking at me like, "Dude, no."
Yeah, corn. I'm a corn guy. I like to feel the gristle.
That's right.
We like all that stuff. Yeah, man, and the tableside guac. Big fan of tableside guac.
That's like
it's an experience.
You've made it.
It's hard to be pissed at a Mexican restaurant.
No.
Like I go and I see couple fighting and things like that. I'm like, we're in Mexican. Come on,
right.
man. You do that at like a Red Lobster.
Oh, for sure.
Or like an Olive Garden or something. Or you go to the Outback and you couples fight. That's what you do.
They haven't really maximized the chain Mexican. You think about that.
That's
Chili's.
Really, yeah, Tex-Mex. Not really.
Not really, but like the Mexican, to be authentic, it's got to be a family run, like
100%.
Brothers, sisters, dads, grandpas in the back.
And when they're family run, they are family run.
And I'm kind of a service snob.
Mm-hmm.
I will take mediocre food with great service.
Yep.
Don't go the other way around. I won't come back.
Mm-hmm.
And you always get good service there.
I love that. Man, I'm hungry.
Yeah, the birthday sombrero. I turned 40. We went to La Mamba's in Rockledge.
Yeah,
Wife threw a big party. I wore the sombrero.
I love that. Chad in a sombrero. It's hot, dude.
Thanks, bro.
You got to take off your shirt next time. You got to do. I want to see a shirtless Chad with a sombrero.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody wants to see that.
Dude, you got to take care of your temple, bro.
Dude, all right, man. What have we been? About 2 hours?
Give or take.
It's been fun, man.
This has been awesome, bro.
Dude, this is.
Thanks.
Let's do this again.
Oh, yeah. This is one for the record books.
Really soon. Thank you, man. Listen, dude, I really appreciate you. I appreciate who you are and just being willing to come in here and just share a little bit about you and talk with me. I've always admired you as a guy. We've had a lot of good times. And, dude, just thank you. I appreciate you, man. Big time.
You. I'm thankful for you. Have you in my life. Guys like this, iron sharpens iron.
Yes. I love what you're doing, man. And with the business and stuff, we get a ton of time to talk about that. I want to talk about that more. I want to have you back because I feel like what you're doing is really beneficial. So if I want to get connected, I'm a business and I want to, I like what I heard and I want to get connected with you. How do I do that?
Go to revtext.io. RevText, it's REVTEXT.io.
Mm-hmm.
The .com was $20,000, so I didn't buy it. So we went
cheapo.
We went with the .io, and you can book a discovery call with me or one of our team, and we'll help you better communicate with your clients through compliant text messaging.
That's awesome, man.
It's fun.
That's awesome. I love that. Come back soon, all right, man?
Yeah, bro.
All right, Chad Rickabaugh, everybody. Thank you.
Got a quartang left in my new Elex, band. But that's all right, 'cause I'm gon' ride. Got everything in my mama name. But I'm hood rich, da 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 da.